What's up, guys? Oh man, you just can't make this stuff up. You can't make it up. You can't make it up. You know what? I'm actually surprised that no other YouTuber took this low-hanging fruit. It's so easy. But that's what I'm here for. So nobody took that low-hanging fruit. I'm gonna take it cuz it's just too easy. It's too easy, man. And let me get this out of the way right off the bat. I am not offended or pissed off about Bernie holding up fried chicken with a black dude. I'm really not. It's actually funny to me. I think it's harmless. And I will give Bernie the benefit of the doubt because he could have been genuine. For all intents and purposes, he looks like he was supporting a business. It didn't look like it was a special thing where he's going out of his way. It looked like he was at some kind of convention. I really don't even know. It's not even important. But you gotta call it out because we all know that if this were anybody, any conservative, Republican, libertarian, any other white person you could name, this would be national news. It would be breaking news across the television screen. It would be trending on Twitter if it were any Republican, especially the Donald. We all know this. But that's why I have to call it out because it is a golden fried opportunity to highlight the insane double standards of the left. I mean, you have to do so much mental work to make sense of it. I posted it on Instagram because I have a lot of liberal friends on Instagram. And I said, we all know that there are double standards that you can't deny, and you got to do mental gymnastics to convince yourself otherwise. And so, it's just the painful double standards, man. Like, again, I know some people are going to be like, why is it a big deal, Mike? It's not a big deal. I'm like, it kind of is because it's an opportunity to call out the double standards of the left because they know that they would be freaking out if it were Trump, which brings up the point that they don't actually care about racism. They don't care. I don't think it's racism. If it were a white person, I mean, everybody loves fried chicken. We know this. Everybody does. That's like saying, oh my God, the person drinks water. It's literally one of those things. Most people like it. If you don't like fried chicken, you like fried something else. Most people, especially Americans, we love something fried. So I don't even get the stupid stereotype. It's not a big deal. I'm never offended by it. But it's really funny that Bernie gets away with it because he's got that liberal privilege. Only liberals can do that. And for anybody to deny that, you're doing mental gymnastics. They will never acknowledge their hypocrisy. You're right. Whoever said that, you are so right. They never will. And I know this, if it were a Republican posing with a black man and fried chicken, the left would use that as an opportunity to prop up blacks as weak, soft, and sensitive. They'd be like, this is insensitive to African Americans. See, that would come out as racist. They would come out as racist. I would see it as racist then if it were a Republican because they'd be like, black people eat fried chicken. Why are you offending them? Why are you pandering to them? They would do something. They would say something because they love doing that. They love treating us like lap dogs, like weak dogs with our ears pinned back. They treat us like Fabergé eggs. Oh, those poor, soft, weak, innocent little black people. Let me use my white privilege to help them out. Let me speak on their behalf and use my platform because God knows they can't talk for themselves. They've been through so much in this country. That's what they do, man. It's so sick. It's so sick. And don't get me wrong, I don't think Bernie should be criticized for this. I'm glad that he's not. I'm just pointing out that the left has double standards. They don't apply it equally. And you guys should be calling this out too. You should be having these conversations with your friends and family. Hold them accountable. They're always shifting the goalpost. It doesn't matter what the topic is, they're always shifting the goalpost. So it was low hanging fruit, guys. I had to call it out. And I needed to do some kind of live stream this week. I need to do something because I probably won't be very active over the holiday weekend, 3-day weekend coming up. Let's see, what else? What else is crazy? What other double standards can I call out that are just so painfully obvious? Okay, the migrant children that have died in Border Patrol custody. Okay, the left, they are outraged about this. I saw Don Lemon talking about, did we do all we can to ensure the safety and security of these migrants crossing the border? Just trying to suggest that people who die in Border Patrol custody were somehow neglected, and that's how they died. Okay, first of all, they will ignore the fact that come here and kill Americans. They ignore that. They ignore the angel moms. They ignore anybody that has had harm done to them by illegal immigrants, whether it's directly or indirectly, meaning they were killed in a drunk driving accident, slaughtered, raped, or indirectly, meaning fentanyl, drugs, guns, anything that comes over the border that affects the life of an American citizen, they'll ignore it. They'll ignore it. But God forbid someone dies of natural causes in Border Patrol custody after crossing a desert, probably no food, no water, a super weak immune system. People die every year from pneumonia, from the flu, from random natural causes. Natural causes. They're more outraged about that than they are about Americans being killed by illegals. See, they shift the goalposts. They're always looking for what's advantageous, and it's obviously disingenuous. They don't care. They don't care about these migrants. They don't care about immigrants. They don't care about Americans. They don't care about anybody. So you should be calling that out. Anybody that's virtue signaling on social media, be like, this is not the first time that a migrant has died in Border Patrol custody. This is just the first time you care about it. And in reality, you don't care about it. You just hate Donald Trump. Stop being fake. Just call it out. It's so easy. They're fake. They don't care. They don't care about racism. They don't care about any of the isms. Sexism, homophobia, Islamophobia. They don't care about none of it. They just care about what's politically convenient. And anything Trump is for, they're against. So that's an insane one right there, right? You care more about migrants dying from natural causes than you do from them killing Americans. Oh, and with this abortion thing, okay, they're mad that they can't have abortions. And they talk about, oh, it's women's rights. Okay, how do you explain infanticide? The baby's already born, outside of the mother, umbilical cord cut, breathing on its own. How is it that that is still a woman's right to choose if the baby is already born? That's okay. That's okay with the left. They don't care. They don't care about women's rights. If they cared about women's rights, I guess Planned Parenthood would report all of the women that are raped that have to get abortion. They don't do it, especially underage women, underage girls that get raped. They won't report it. So they don't care about women's rights. They don't care about the unborn. And like I said from the very beginning, there is no reason to make a religious argument on behalf of abortion, but I get it, because it's not a religious, it doesn't have to be religious. It's a moral argument. It's about the life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness and due process for an unborn person. Point blank, period. I'm seeing arguments where people are saying, that's big government. I thought conservatives were for limited government. False. Big government was stepping in and protecting a woman's right to infringe on an unborn person's rights. That was big government. That was big government. That undermined the Constitution right there. So if anything, it's limiting the government's right to protect, it's limiting the government by protecting the rights of the unborn, saying this is no longer going to be the law of the land. I really do hope Roe v. Wade gets overturned. I really do. But it's going to be an uphill climb. We'll see what happens. You have our country is shifting so far apart. It's moving further and further apart each day. You have a coalition of states right now, total of 15 now with Nevada, that are trying to do away with the Electoral College. They have vowed to give their electoral votes to whoever wins the popular vote, which is basically saying we are going to undermine the will of the people in our state. So for Nevada, for example, if Trump wins Nevada, they don't care as long as the Democrat going against him wins the popular vote. It doesn't matter who wins the electoral college. They're giving their votes to whoever wins the popular vote, which is a slap in the face to the people in that state. They want to render middle America irrelevant. Small states. They want to make sure that Democrats can win every single election. This is how butthurt they are that they lost in 2016. And they know they can't beat Trump in 2020. That's why they're cheating. They have all but committed to cheating. They're going to cheat their way to 2020. And I'm so excited for 2020 because I do feel like on paper, it's fair. If it's a fair fight, Trump wins in a landslide, but they're going to fight dirty. Look what they did just in 2016 with the Russian collusion. Who knows what they have up their sleeve for 2020? Look how much time they've had to prepare for 2020. So I'm cautiously optimistic. I can't just be out there like Trump's going to win in a landslide. I want him to. I think he will in a fair fight, but the Dems don't fight fair. They don't play fair. We don't know what they're going to do. That's why they're so desperate. They want to get rid of the electoral college. They want you to be able to vote without an ID. Come on, it's just common sense. You need an ID for everything. Everything. Except for voting, participating in an election. It's insane to me. Other double standards, okay? This one's really funny. They always bring up, and I have some friends on Instagram right now, some liberal friends that I've assigned them some homework. I'm like, explain to me how Donald Trump is this racist. Why would he go out of his way to not be racist or to appear like he's not racist? Why would he sign prison reform? Why would he sign all of these bills that help minority communities? And then why would he talk about it? If he were a racist, if he were truly a racist, he wouldn't do anything about that. And if he did, he wouldn't talk about it. He wouldn't brag about it. He wouldn't make it known that he's doing something for all people. Why wouldn't he just be an outright racist? Why would he go through all the trouble to pander to black people when he doesn't need our vote? Why would he do that? And they like to bring up, oh, well, Central Park 5. What about what he did with his hotels and clearing out the casino of blacks so that him and Melania can go in there and stuff? I'm like, okay, you're bringing up Central Park 5. You're bringing up old stuff from, what, the 70s, right? But then he has pictures with Rosa Parks in the 80s. So you're telling me that a civil rights icon was too stupid to know she was posing for a picture with a racist? But then they say nothing when Barack Obama gives the eulogy for an actual Ku Klux Klan member, Robert Byrd. Obama gave his eulogy. Robert Byrd, the Klansman, the actual racist, Obama gives his eulogy. You're quiet about that. They'll probably be like, well, that was then. He came out against the Ku Klux Klan. So what you're saying is people can change, right? Or do they have to be Democrat to change? Guys, you should be having these conversations with people on the left. We talk about how far left they are, but we all know some Democrats. We all do. They're friends and family. They're not always the ones screaming at the sky that we see in videos, viral videos. It's so easy to call out, man. Like, no, they don't care about any of these issues. They don't care. They're fake virtue signaling. Every single person that is pretending to be outraged about migrants dying in Border Patrol custody. What about this? What about Trump's taxes? You don't care about that. If you cared about politicians being honest, you would want to subpoena Maxine Waters' taxes or Nancy Pelosi. They both have net worths of in the millions, tens of millions. How is that possible on a Congress salary? Congressional salary is like $173K. So how is your net worth tens of millions? Oh, you don't care about that. You care more about Trump. You care more about that. You have Trump derangement syndrome. It's not healthy. It's not healthy. Trump doesn't even know these people exist. But they spend night and day upset, angry, constantly pointing out what he's done. They never point out what the other side has done. When there's actual evidence of it, they pretend to care about rape victims, victims of sexual assault. We believe survivors. all these little chants, these pre-programmed chants and slogans that they use to virtue signal and act like they're on this moral pillar. They use that all the time, but they don't care about the women who have accused Bill Clinton. They don't care that there is videos of Joe Biden groping women, being uncomfortable, making women uncomfortable, being inappropriate. They don't give a shit. Call them out on it, expose it. Be like, did you guys actually care about this before Trump was president? No, you didn't. Okay, you just have Trump derangement syndrome. So therefore this is fake. It's phony outrage. It's selective outrage. Call it out, because that's the only way we can win. Is you got to control the narrative. You just got to keep talking about it. Bring it up. Highlight it to them. They'll deflect, but when they go home and look in the mirror, they'll be like, yeah, I don't really care. It's all fake. I mustered this all up so that I can look cool on social media. People are fake, man. They're just fake. Fake, phony. Anyway, I'm going to get back to work. I just had to get that little rant out the way. These leftists always shifting the goalposts. They stand on no firm moral ground. They don't really have morals. It's just about what's politically convenient at the moment. What should I care about now based on the fact that I don't like Donald Trump? What has the media told me to care about? What if celebrities and entertainers and professors and my friends on social media told me to care about? Yeah, someone said my reaction to the thumbnail. Damn. It's actually not that big of a deal. Like, nobody would care if it were two white people and they were holding up fried chicken. Actually, they might say, that's cultural appropriation. It's really not. It's not cultural. Nobody owns that. You can do whatever the hell you want. You can dress how you want. You can wear whatever costume you want. It's so stupid. Like, don't dress up as Black Panther. That's cultural appropriation. The blacks aren't going to be upset about it. So you're saying black kids can't dress up as Batman if they want to? Or Superman? All this stupidity, man. It's so stupid. We all love fried chicken, said DM. We do. And even if it was just a black thing, who cares? Is that reason to be offended? I mean, Chinese people love Chinese food. It makes sense. Mexican people love Mexican food. Is that a reason to be offended? Nobody's making fun of it. You know, it's so dumb. It's just dumb. But anyways, guys, I appreciate your support as always. Shout out to the moderators. I didn't see any super chats come through, but if you did super chat, thank you for that. Appreciate it. I know I said I would upload videos primarily to the backup channel, and I decided, because the thing is that channel's not growing the way I wanted to. No matter how much I'm saying, guys, subscribe to it. I just want to raise awareness that it's there. So if anything does happen to this main channel, you guys still have a way to follow me. So as long as you know about the backup channel, that's fine. But I can't like not put anything on this channel when those videos bring in new subscribers, which bring in more followers, more people that disagree, that kind of stuff. I can't just abandon this channel for that one. I mean, I try to get you guys to sub, and some of you have, a lot of you have. The numbers have gone up, but it's just too slow. You know what I mean? So I'm just happy I have a backup channel in case something goes wrong with this one, because they will be amping up this censorship and shadow banning as we move closer to 2020, as you guys know. So as always, guys, like, share, subscribe, comment. If you're new and you're watching this, please make sure that you give this video a like and subscribe. And yeah, guys, I'll catch you in the next live stream, unless there's something else that I forgot. Is there something I left out? Someone called me out and said that, wait, the black community needs to protest against Bernie Sanders and Planned Parenthood. They do, but they won't. They see Bernie as like the savior of America. They really do. They do. Bernie has told them that they have human rights, so they believe it. They simultaneously think that Donald Trump is taking away their rights. He's stripping away human rights. I'm like, if only they knew that rights don't come from people, they'd be fine with it. They'd be like, he's not, like, rights don't come from people. Wouldn't that be sad if rights actually did come from people? If you had to beg a human, please give me rights, please. That's sad, but they don't come from people. So no, Trump is not stripping away rights, just like Bernie Sanders is not granting rights. Bernie's just a Democrat plantation owner. I think he is. I mean, he's not as bad as some of the other Democrats out there. He's really not. What's funny is I guess Bernie has more black support than Kamala Harris and Cory Booker combined, which Kamala's not even black, but that's a whole nother story. Yeah. Anyways, I'm signing off, guys. I'll catch you in the next live stream. I might do another one later tonight, so just be on the lookout for that. If I'm up for it after work, I may do a live stream where it's more interactive. You guys can ask me questions and stuff, but I'll catch you in the next